you not gonna pay? What you mean? What's going on? He invited me out. You invited me out and you can't pay? What you mean?
Crazy, y'all. That's crazy, y'all.
Call your ass because you broke and you ain't got no money.
She crazy. She crazy, y'all.
He invited me out and he can't pay.
She crazy, y'all. She crazy.
What do you mean?
2023, man. She
What do
tripping,
you
y'all.
mean? I'm not paying for nothing. And I'm gonna record you getting posted. He invited me out and talking about he don't got no food.
She crazy, y'all. She crazy. But yeah, I'm finna leave, man, because she's talking crazy.
Okay, so apparently, this woman has gone viral because she went on a date with a man, and I guess when it was time for the bill to come, and they were trying to pay for the meal, I guess she was caught by surprise by the fact that he was not paying for her meal. In return, I believe the restaurant ended up just comping the meal. I don't think they had a choice, to be honest with you, because she walked out right after him, and she made her claim that she is not paying for the meal, regardless of whatever the situation is. And the gentleman obviously did not have I don't know if he just did not have the finances to pay, or if he just decided he was not paying for it. Because, so quick, a lot of these women are so quick to call a man broke because he is not willing to do what they want him to do. And so they assume that it's that he doesn't have the finances to be able to do so. But in my opinion, I feel like this man made the right decision. Because from what I see, it looked like, just based off of body language, if I didn't see anybody in this video, I would assume that this is two homeboys out to eat, because the way that her masculine energy is so forward, it seemed like maybe she the one opening the doors, she the one paying for the food, she the one pulling out his chair. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion from what I see. And to me, this also just goes to what a video that I did recently of a woman who was talking to her son about how, whenever you go out with a woman, there's no way that these young women are going to use my child. Right? At the end of the day, if you can't afford whatever restaurant that you want this man to take you to, you should not be expecting nobody to take you where you cannot take yourself. And again, from what I'm seeing in this video, the only reason why a woman would be so irate of a man deciding that he is not going to pay for a meal is if she is upset because she cannot afford to pay for the bill on her own. This is just my opinion. Because a woman who is, going out to eat or going somewhere with her potential boyfriend on a date or whatever, and he decides that he does not have either enough money, quote unquote, he left his wallet at home, whatever the situation is, it should be no stress to that woman, because she should be able to say, oh, don't worry about it, I got it. Now, whether you feel after that date that you don't want to go out with this person because there was not, a thorough amount of communication prior to the date about who was paying for the meal or whatever the situation is, or, you have whatever you could do after that date. But a woman who is able to pay for the meal, that she, his meal and her meal, and she is able to just, put her card up or put her cash up and cover the bill and just leave it at that, is not going to be acting this way in a restaurant. So that brings me back to point A. Why is it that women are requiring men to take them onto dates at places or at restaurants that they cannot afford to cover the bill if anything goes haywire? Besides this man, clearly stating that he is not covering the bill, what if he got sick? What if his stomach started hurting him? The food didn't agree with him. He had to go to the bathroom when he was, sick, pale in the face. Are you going to go to him while he's sick and say, hey, can I get your wallet to pay for the check as well? What if he had an emergency that he had to run out? What if any other situation besides him just thoroughly deciding that he is not covering your meal? What would you do? Because you see, acting a fool and acting crazy and then the restaurant comping your meal is not something that you could do every place you go. You walk up into Nobu and try acting a fool if you want to. You go to some different restaurants and try to act the fool and try to play the crazy card and, oh no, I'm following him out the restaurant. I didn't even remember that somebody had to pay because I was just so upset. You try that if you want to. Because some of these restaurants will easily say, okay, I completely understand your frustration, but how are you going to pay? Is it going to be credit or debit? And when you refuse, they will simply say, hold that thought. Just give me 1 second. 911. There is somebody trying to skip out on the bill. We need you guys here immediately. I don't know why women believe that acting a fool, especially on a date with a man that you are not sure about, maybe you guys are just getting to know each other. First of all, acting a fool on that date and then posting it on the internet, do you think that is going to get you more prospects? Do you think that somehow other men are going to say, oh yeah, I love the way she turned up. I'm going to take her out on a date next? Or do you think that is going to put a big beware sign all over you and men are going to say, let me avoid this? Because I'm not going to be on social media with no woman trying to play. Next thing I know, I don't open her door, whatever the case is, and she going to have me on internet. How can you try to bully somebody into paying the check for you? That is crazy. There was a clip that I even cut out of the video that she followed him. She had a handful of salad and threw it at him. You are only proving the point that you are not deserving of anybody buying you any meal because you don't know how to act. And it's no shade to these people. I don't know these people. I'm going off of what I see. This don't make no sense. And again, let me say this again. The only reason why a woman would be so irate because somebody, did not pay the bill for her is the fact that she is unable to pay the bill herself. Because I'm not going to be embarrassed. I say that right now. I am not going to be embarrassed. Ain't no shame. Okay, you can't. Okay, all right, I'll do it. Here you go. Don't worry about it. It's cool. And the fact of the matter being that if a woman is really interested in a man, she's going to have the conversation after the fact like, hey, what's going on? Like, what was the situation? Oh, yeah, I understand. We completely did not discuss. I assumed that that you were paying for it, and I should not have made that assumption. We should have had this conversation. I made the assumption that you automatically had the ability to cover whether it's a $200, $300 bill, and you and I never even had that conversation. We should have had that conversation prior to. I should not have assumed that. Or being that there was no conversation had prior to, you have enough money to cover the bill just in case. Since, again, there was no conversation of who's covering what. But again, acting a fool not going to change nothing. Trying to bully somebody into paying a bill for you not going to change nothing. Trying to force somebody to pay something for you don't make no sense. Again, I think this gentleman made the right decision based on how she acted fool, because at least he got to see this from early. Maybe this was the first date. At least he got to see this from date one, how she act. They say you want to see how a woman act when you tell her no, when things don't go her way. You want to see the real her come out, not the representative. He got to see that real early. Couple minutes in, he got to see exactly who she really was and exactly who he's dealing with. I would like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.